magical. Boom, boom, boom. So, if you're new to the session, we started off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay. Take a couple breaths in, sweetheart. A couple more. Final breath. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, first things first, I'm going to get some cleanse because why not? And we're going to have a little session on you deserving better and not accepting the things that just show up in life just because they show up. And that has a lot to do with guilt. You know, you'll see it often in family situations, family dynamics, where a person in a family forces themselves to do things that in some way compromises their internal boundaries. And it just kind of repeats in like different parts of their life. And so I will say to that, fuck that. Let that go. Don't do that at all. You deserve better. And knowing your true value is so powerful. A lot of people go their entire life and never really know their value, never really know, you know, what people see in them. And they can be amazing people on the outside and still struggle on the inside with all of this beauty that they have in front of them. Just this beautiful, kind of like a purple, blue, lavender kind of energy, a sense of representation of just a cleansing and a higher power and a higher understanding. But just gonna put that a little bit over you of the cinnamon. A little bit of cinnamon dab in here. Okay. Just a little bit of cinnamon. Okay. Great job. Great job. Great job. Relax into that. I'm gonna just take care of you energetically. And I just want you to breathe in and out. I want you to let go of any doubt that you're not special or you're not wanted, or that somehow you're some type of fictitious hindrance. You're not. You're really valuable. And you should always believe that, no matter what leg of the journey you're on, whether you've been doing everything or, you know, you feel like a little bit is stuck, whatever, wherever you're at, you know, you're still valuable. We're still rooting for you as a community. And, you know, this is a moment to give some encouragement in the comment section if you see somebody who is struggling or just sharing something heartfelt, to just perhaps say something very encouraging to them, to just keep them going. Because we're all on this journey together, myself included. And so it's just lovely to share in this experience in a higher vibrational way. Okay. Good job. And so, my herb of choice is cinnamon. You all know this. The reason why I like cinnamon is because it's very grounding. It's sustaining. It's this, the flame of the cinnamon will burn for a very, very long time. I also love that the little swirls create this lovely little smoke that comes out. I think it's the coolest. This is the coolest thing ever. These are kind of like the little things that I'm, I don't know, grateful for, that I find so fascinating and intriguing. Just the way the clarity, more and more understanding, more and more patience, more and more certainty, but just more and more peace as you walk towards that path. Now, pull these two things together. Pull them together. Pull them together. Pull them in, okay? Pull the energy in and allow it to be what it needs to be. And exhale and just feel this energy from the crown all the way going down. A way of just bigging you up, you know? A way of just pulling in that unconditional love that you have for self. And this beautiful infinite amount of energy, higher vibrational energy, just flowing into your body, and release and let go of all the things that are limiting, that do not let you grow, prevent you from seeing your light, tries to dim you, you know. Let all of that go and release. And also be very honest, because sometimes things can be very external. You think it's like something outside of you. Sometimes you might be the one dimming your own light. So it might not even be that there's someone else to blame. It's just simply taking responsibility for yourself and saying, I'm going to be as bright as I want to be. I'm going to live a life as full as I possibly can be. And just going with that energy. So just pulling it up higher and higher until you find a space of peace and balance, of clarity, of certainty, of something that means so much to you, of something that works with the passion and the understanding of you and where you're going. Because knowing your worth, that's something that once you know your value and you impose strict rules for people not to test you, you will notice that the blessings that you're seeking will start to show up all over the place. They'll start to show up one by one by one by one by one. And I think it's a beautiful thing to have that type of energy just flowing within you, working and moving through the path, relaxing into the moment, finding peace and confidence within yourself, and being completely relaxed and certain and hopeful of all those things. Moving at the space and the pace that you need to, allowing your energy to flow in and out, working, relaxing, finding balance, finding certainty, finding patience, finding clarity. Congratulations. You're doing a good job. As you know, I'm paid in smiles, so pay up. Sweetness. And I see your value, but it really doesn't matter what I see, because who cares? The only thing that really matters is what you see. Do you see your value? Do you see your strength? Do you see your understanding? Do you see your purpose? Do you see all of that? And do you realize that you don't need to have done anything except just be alive in this moment to give yourself permission to see yourself for the value? Like, think about the certain. Be very relaxed. Be very inclusive of your experience. Be very hopeful. Turn that key. 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 Accept your grace. Accept your confidence. Accept all of these things that are flowing in your life abundantly. Accept that everything that is for your greatness wants to come to you, and all you have to do is say, okay, I'll let it come. Like, I'll let it flow in the direction that it needs to flow in. To just release, to relax, to be hopeful, to be patient, to have clarity, to have confidence in the things that you're doing. Don't worry about anything else. All you need to worry about is how beautiful your energy is, how far you're going, all of this wisdom that is around you, that surrounds you, this deep healing power, this deep sense of clarity, this deep hope that where you go, love will flow, love will follow, confidence will flow, confidence will grow, peace will happen, clarity, sincerity. But you have to believe you deserve all of these things first before they show up in your life. They won't show up in your life if you deserve less. They won't show up in your life if you feel as though you deserve less. You'll just kind of pay attention to whatever is happening in the moment, and you just kind of like, you just accept it. Never accept things for what you don't want. Accept things for things you do want. I know that sounds a little confusing, but what I mean is, just because life has presented something to you doesn't mean you have to take it. You can go in and you can explore, and you can be patient, and you can take your time. You can do whatever it is you want to do, and just enjoy that. Enjoy that journey. It's magical, it's peaceful, it's lovely, it's fun, it's cool. It gives all the energy that you're looking for, you're seeking. You're looking for your seeking, but no need to seek it outside your self-love. It is already there for you. It is already floating in your energy. It is already floating in your energy. It is already giving the life that you are looking and seeking and searching for. So never doubt your potential. Never question that you deserve more. And once more starts to pour in your life, accept it. Accept the more. Once you start to receive it, accept it. Don't throw it away. Don't send it in another direction. Accept it. Also, don't freak out. Sometimes people get better situations and they freak out and they want to perceive it in the way that they perceive things that weren't good for them. Don't do that. It's called self-sabotaging. Don't do that at all. Just enjoy. Just enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the energy. Just enjoy being yourself. Just enjoy having fun. And live the life that you want to live. In the way that you want to live it. In the relax into this energy. Start to get familiar with it. And sometimes we don't feel like we deserve something, so just ease on back in. Or sometimes we have so many things that we want. We're like, what shall we focus on? Just choose one, sweetheart. That's okay. And just work with the energy. You know, it's very interesting because when I work with clients, it's very tailored to their specific life at the moment. And working in this collective space, it is really about opening up this collective energy or this opportunity for all of us. Everybody who is watching this session, participating in this session, to bring this collective and combined energy into the space in order to raise the vibrational frequency, i.e. get us to wherever we're trying to go, you feel me? So the work you do, it helps you, but it unconsciously and passively helps another person too, because of the way that you are setting your intention here. So just breathing through this, inhaling and exhaling. Occasionally you'll see me do Reiki symbols, other times you'll see Metatron healing hand positions. Both I am trained in. But as a seasoned practitioner, I believe in the intuitive healing experience. And so I'll do whatever the energy calls for. My practitioners know how I am. I'm always telling them, develop your own unique healing style. Learn as much as you can because you want to have as many tools under your tool belt. But help the collective in whatever way is best for you, if that makes sense. Whatever is your unique way, don't do it the way that I do it. Do it the way that you are being called to do it. And so this opening up is going to the deepest part of you. The deepest part of you, sweetheart, and just opening it up to just cleanse out. So occasionally I'll be quiet. I'm usually doing a blessing or pulling in source energy or whatever it is you believe in to cleanse that area. So I'm still with you, but just breathe deeply as I'm doing this. Pulling in the goddess vibrational good. Move the energy for the greatest understanding. Cleansing. Potential. Greatest amount of understanding. Patience. Clarity. Okay. So, at this moment, if you had any resistance, that is what we're going to heal. If you didn't have any resistance, let's go ahead and amplify you. Okay, so you're already there, so let's put a rocket behind your back and get you going to where you need to go. So just allowing your heart to be open, your mind's eye to be open, your energy to be open. Inhaling and exhaling, releasing and letting go, and surrendering to your greatness. That's the most important part. Surrendering to the highest self that you are able to present in this experience. Don't shy away. Don't give up on yourself. Don't look the other way. Just face who you are. Face your strength and your beauty and your resilience and your understanding and your peace. Face all of that. Face the gratitude that exists within your body, within your heart, within your soul. And move through that vibrational frequency in that direction, letting go of anything that's coming up. So as we do the work, it is not about reliving past trauma. It is about looking at it from a very bird's eye perspective and letting things go. Just washing. It's like washing a dish. You're just washing the dish of your your soul, of your vessel, of your body, and just let it go. And feel this beautiful energy just flowing through you, cleansing all of that, the deepest parts of you. And just, when you got a cup, you got a little bit of the soap in there, you just we're gonna do that. And you all know I'm paid in smiles, so I need those smiles. And bringing that in, just pouring that out, bringing that in, pouring it out, bringing that in, and pouring it out. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet a little bit again, going in to do the blessing. This is just where you want to just continue that process of just pouring out, pouring out, pouring out. As a healer, I often feel like it is important to have whoever you're working with, so this is for all my healers out there, whoever you're working with, to feel as much a part of the healing and in control of their healing than it is just something outside of them. Because you never want someone to get into an unhealthy relationship thinking that the solutions are always external. No, the solutions always start within. We're having this session to reprogram you and retrain you to find that strength to do that self-healing until you can get to that space on your own, or to help maintain if you are in that space. Okay, breathing in and out here. So I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit. I'm still with you. Just bringing in the highest potential, the source of energy, and allowing the energy to float the greatest amount, understanding and potential. Believe. Give it no matter what. Okay. So, I'm going to do some Reiki symbols because I want to cement it. Reiki symbols are sigils, and they, to me, represent the combined energy of any person who has ever used a Reiki symbol for the highest vibrational good. So that is what we're sealing this with. We're sealing your deepest self with this, okay? Exhale. Okay. So how are you feeling? Okay, I just want to check in with you. Feel free to comment how this session is going for you. Breathing in and out. And trusting all of that. Trusting, trusting, trusting. Trusting, trusting. Now tell me something you want. You can put it in the comment section too. Tell me something you want. Like something that is just totally unreasonable, but you want it. Okay? And make it big. Make it big. If you happen to choose something that has to do with love, don't just say, girl, I want a man or something like that. Say like, I want a loving husband who X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. Like, I need you to take it to the highest thing. If it's something about like a dream or a career path, I want you to tell me what is the highest level of that. Because this is a teaser, because you know what's coming up. You know what next month is. It's one of my favorite months of the year. Why is it? If you've been in the community for over a year, you know what I'm about to say. I rarely repeat themes, but Nonstop November is about to be a thing. Okay, so just breathe into this, giving the highest thing that you want. Release, let it go, and I'm just going to work to remove any inhibitions, anything that's like making you think like, everybody has it, it's okay, it's perfectly normal. But I'm just going to remove those and give you an opportunity to feel what it feels like without having that check in with yourself. Breathing in and out. Okay. Opening you up. Relaxing into this. Smoothing through that energy. Finding peace and clarity in that. And relaxing into it. What's coming up? I'm going to do a collective reading in just a second to see if there's anything, like any messages. But I want you to look first before I get there. You know, I want you to be clear about what's going on within yourself before I get to the collective message. Okay, I don't want you to just hear the collective message and be like, oh, that's what's going on with me. No, I want you to look at yourself first and then see if they compare, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple more seconds of me holding the space, pulling in this energy for you to just look over yourself. What do you need? What's going to heal you? What's going to get you to where you want to go, baby? Okay, sweetheart, what's going to get you? Okay. Just a couple more seconds here. Then I'm going to go into the collective message. I'm already getting it. Okay. So just breathe in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing and letting go. So 2 words came up, and the first word that came up very strongly was power, and the second word that came up was freedom. And so power and freedom, it is accepting your power and giving yourself, granting yourself permission to have that freedom. You are in full control of your life, your money, your love, your health, your wellness, whatever it is, you are in full control of it. And you have to give yourself permission to be in that. Right now, if you feel not balanced in some area, it's because you're giving your permission away to someone else or something else. You need to take it back. Take back that you have the freedom to do so. Take it back and own that power. But here's the thing, a lot of times people give it away because it requires a lot. It's a very big responsibility to know that every part of your life you create, so you get the credit, okay? But everything that happens that you don't like, you also are responsible for correcting it. It is never a situation in which you are a victim and life is just happening to you. There are pretty messed up things that happen to people's life, and when you're a child, it makes sense because you're in a vulnerable situation that you could see yourself as a victim. But as an adult, you have the strength to be stronger than any obstacle that shows up in front of you, and you have support in the physical. If the obstacle is tough, there's mental health professionals and advocates. There are all kinds of supportive groups. There are all types of positive hobbies. There's things like life coaches. There's things like energy healers. There's things like medical doctors. There are all these people here to support you. And money should never be a reason why you can't get support, because if there's a will, there's a way. Meaning there's a lot of great resources that are for free. It just requires the effort. Now, if you're at a state, or if you know somebody who is at a vibrational state where they're just like, I don't even have the effort to get up, the first step is believing that you are worth it. If you can get to that first step, believing that you are worth going all in, you know, not giving a damn about what anybody else thinks except for you, everything else will be much smoother than you think it's going to be. But you have to know that you are worth it. You have to value yourself in the way that you would want someone to value you, but you have to value yourself more important, or you have to value yourself greater than anything else. That this life you live is important, and what you've been sent here to do is important, okay? So breathe through this. Exhale. And going to the deepest parts of you, release all of the baggage. Just let it go. And start to fill yourself back up with your true power. this miracle of life. You're so lucky to be alive. You're so lucky to breathe air in. To an end too. Everything comes to an end because there's always this feeling of being refreshed. So you're watching as your life is consistently being refreshed in different ways, whether it's short cycles like days or months or even, a couple of years, the longer cycles that have been, 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years, entire lifetimes, just seeing it go all the way around. And the beautiful thing about that is you're never really stuck. Sometimes in life it can feel like we're stuck, but you're never really stuck because things will always end and new opportunities will always begin. And as you go through life, you start to realize that you are in 100% control of when you start those new opportunities. And you decide when you're ready to end the cycles you're on. To flowing for you, growing for you. The things that are ending, let them peacefully end, and the things that are beginning, get excited for their beginning and move in the direction forward. Move with purpose, move with peace, move with passion, move with authenticity. Authentically be yourself. It is okay. It is okay. It is okay to authentically be yourself in the space. So as you are exhaling, let's just remove any energy that is no longer serving you, that is no longer what you need. Just remove that out of the space and just find balance here. Are you ready to let those things go that you've been holding on to that are no longer serving you? You can use the comment section to share some of those things. Are you ready to let them go? Let's cleanse them from your energy. Let's let them go as they no longer serve you. And it's just like, look, you already learned the lesson. Time to move on, you know. Time to enjoy other things. Time to learn new lessons, because when you're learning a new lesson, there's always a bit of fun in it. And also, when you learn how to approach lessons in different ways, you can get the true value and the wisdom of the lesson without all the tumultuous tragedy behind lessons. Like when you experience them when maybe you're younger, you're a little bit more naive into things. Just enjoy them as they are. So working through your energy here. Enjoying this, 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 enjoying this movement. Okay, so sweetness, just breathe in and out and relax into this moment. Feel free to drift to sleep, drift to slumber, and relax. Or you can channel or go into a trance session here and breathe through this, okay? And relax. Be sweet to yourselves, babies. Be kind, be loving. Give yourself all this beautiful energy. Okay? And shower yourself in this beautiful gift of love, compassion, forgiveness, kisses, all that sweet stuff. And just relax in the moment. Now you know I'm paid in smiles and YouTube ad revenue. Y'all know I'm gonna be cheesy. I just do things to make you laugh, because when we do this work, the more that we're just relaxed, let's just be relaxed, okay? So just breathe through this and just be yourself. So clearing away past pain and giving you a fresh start in relationships, in love, in connection. You deserve the love you are looking for. You deserve the beautiful peace and space that you need to develop yourself in a romantic and in a self-love way. You deserve all of these things. So let's just recalibrate your energy to that frequency that best serves your life force energy. And for you to fill yourself up with this beautiful energy surrounding you that is love and compassion. So let's just realign your energy, because it's like, so let's bring it back in, okay? Sweetness, we're just gonna bring this back into line, because sometimes when our energy is spread out too wide, we're all over the place. Let's just bring it in and just narrow it. We want laser focus on our understanding of this. So I'm gonna go in and do some past work, relieving any pain that is surrounding partnership, or those that have hurt you in the past, or if you have hurt others in the past. So going in and releasing the need to hold on to any pain that still lingers from the past. Letting go of the memory that no longer serves you, keeping the wisdom, of course, and release it onto its evolutionary path. And let it be, let it go. 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 Focusing on your energy, focusing on your vibrational frequency, so that you are elevating yourself to a level to be able to receive the type of love and support you need, and the level of maturity that's needed to receive it as well. So working through this energy, flowing in various directions and working it through. I'm going to check to see if there's any messages that come across. They are collective messages, one that we can all resonate with. And so they're very much so high-level messages. So sometimes they're just one word or a feeling or sensation, but something that we can all, as a collective that are tuning into the session, can benefit from. So I'm going to be quiet for a couple moments, but I'm still going to be here with you. And I'm just going to see if there's any messages that come across during the session. actually a very cute message. It is like a cloud with you lying on the cloud, and the cloud is almost like your bed, and you're just, and the way I would interpret the way that it's coming across is you're looking for comfort right now. There's a lot of things that have taken you out of your comfort zone, and you're just looking for comfort at the bare minimum. Something that feels like home, something that will finally let you just put your bags down and relax. And so let's work on that during this session. It was so cute. You were so cute in those clouds. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking precious. So let's just move this energy through and just work through layers, letting go one at a time, releasing and unzipping ourselves to the next part of us. It's like Shrek, the onion with layers. So let's just move it through and work through this energy. And I'm just going to slightly remove any lower vibrational experiences that no longer resonate with you in this moment. And I'll just help you do this as you release it yourself. Breathing through the space where you can find yourself again, and you can realign yourself with the love that you deserve, with the love that brings you smiles, with the love that brings you kisses, with the love that brings you comfort. We're all looking to be comfortable. So allow yourself to be receptive to whatever kind of love that you need right now in your life, okay? And perhaps if you're on a journey and you're trying to figure out if the love is right for you, does it bring you comfort? Does it make you feel like a cloud, taking a nap with a cloud blanket on top of you? A fluffy pillow, and you could sleep for hours, Have you ever had like a snow day and you don't have to get up and go to school, and it's just so cozy because it's cold outside, but it's warm in the bed, and you don't have to do anything except just lie there, and it's like the day has so much potential. That's what love should feel like. That there's so much potential. That it's comfy like a snow day. And that it's relaxing and peaceful. Okay, I'm starting to feel your shift now. And I feel pretty good about that. Just breathe through this. Okay, so what else? Okay, now, as I work with your aura, I'm gonna go ahead and say love takes time. It takes patience. The love that takes the most time is always the best love, the love that stays the longest. The love that you didn't even realize was growing for so long, so that it can stay where it is. And love is also multifaceted, okay? People are going to come into your life in, different durations, and they're going to leave whenever they're or you are ready for this energy to separate, and that's okay. Love doesn't have to be permanent forever. changes that you want to make externally have to come from internal shifts, and that takes times. It can take months, it can take years, but you're worth it. You're worth this shift and this change, and for the right energy to enter into your life, and for you to be able to surrender to that energy, and that energy to surrender to you, okay? Breathing through this moment, relaxing into this energy, finding the greatest amount of balance with yourself. And so now I'm just going to use some hand positions just to relax you. We've done all we needed to do. And let's just relax your energy at this moment. Sweetness. And just relax into yourself, into your body, into your energy, into your connection. And be patient. As we fluff up your energy. And just take your time here. Relax into this. Remove any distractions that prevent you from relaxing. Remove any distractions that prevent you from relaxing. And start to find yourself in this beautiful, comfy bed. Cold and snowy outside, and you're wrapped up nice and tight. And you're just breathing in and out. And there's no place that is more comfortable than this place and this moment. No other place you'd rather be except for right here, in this space and in this moment. And breathe in to who you are and what you want and what brings you comfort, and find that comfort. Understand that discomfort plays a role in the experience of the universe, but it is not to punish, only to point out, only for reflection. We're going to learn in different ways. So, take what you need and leave what you don't. Find the space to relax in yourself. Let go of anything that is no longer serving you, and connect with your deepest understanding of the beautiful energy that surrounds you. You are love, you are light, and you are courage. All things for the highest vibrational good. Continue to breathe. 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 And relax into this feeling. Well, family, you did a fantastic job. I enjoyed our session today. Please be sweet to yourselves, babies, and be loving and kind. During this Mercury retrograde and Libra transit, there is a lot of shaking up when it comes to the one-on-one dynamics that we have with others. And so this is a beautiful time to be very self-compassionate and very patient. It's leaving retrograde next week. You'll be fine. And that's when everything will be very direct. So pay attention to what you needed to learn, because there's always something to learn. And leave what you don't, Understand that everybody just like you is working through something. So give yourself grace and you'll be able to be understanding when others need that too. So I really enjoyed this session. If you would like just a prayer to bring us together as a community, as a collective, as we are all going through our individual healing experiences, and because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, babies. So, sweetness, may I touch you? Sounds like a plan. Just placing my hand here on the third eye. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Let go. Continue to repeat this, taking time in this moment. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And relax. So just going to be looking over your energy. Just taking a moment to understand what's been coming up, especially any pain that has to come up from love or our deep, intimate connections with others. Sometimes romantic, sometimes family, sometimes platonic, sometimes business. You know, all kinds of stuff be popping up. Let's just go in here. Just take a couple moments in this energy and in this moment, just breathing in. And if you're feeling any discomfort, choose to take any movement that you need to get you more comfortable. But if it's an internal discomfort, we're going to just explore that. So take that feeling, whatever it is. You don't harness it. And by harnessing it, you can just take whatever the feeling it is and just kind of like start to localize it into like a little ball inside of you. And when you get it into this little ball, I want you to look at it and see what it's telling you, and start to pay attention to what it's telling you versus what you're experiencing when you interact with it. So you have to separate yourself from it. What is it trying to tell you in this life? What wisdom is trying to come across? What are you repeating over and over again, baby? It's always something that we just like, we passed it and then we just want to keep on doing it over and over again. What do you need to let go? What part of you is growing and has outgrown a situation, circumstance, environment? Just see it. Now start to see the different examples, not feel. I'm not saying to feel, I'm saying to see the different examples of the times that this pain has come up into your life. Run the whole scenario. I'm eventually it's going to reach the clouds where it pops and it just becomes a part of the atmosphere, because nothing is truly negative. It's just simply just vibrational. The lower the vibrational experience, depending on our vibrations, because we're all vibrating at a different frequency, the lower the vibrational experience is for us, the harder it is for us to be like, oh, like I don't really like this. The higher vibrational experience, the experience feels more pleasurable. But I will also let you know that when a person is in a perpetual state of a lower vibrational experience and they're not ready to move on, when they encounter a higher vibrational experience, they don't have the language or the vocabulary to interpret the experience as something positive. So they just become very fearful. They're using the vocabulary of the lower vibrational experience, and so they start to self-sabotage and things like that. But when a person is ready, what do? They pop up. They're like, I'm out of this bitch, I'm about to go. Like I'm about to go do this. And the same when you're at a higher vibrational experience. When you experience a lower vibrational experience, you do not have the vocabulary anymore for it. You're like, I can't deal with that. Whereas someone else who is at a different vibration would be like, oh, I'm gonna deal with all that. You're like, no, it doesn't serve me. So take this moment to inhale and exhale the things that no longer serve you. You've learned a lot of lessons in this life. Now let's let go of the pain from love. Love is supposed to feel balanced. Love is supposed to be free and patient. I'm gonna come back to free in just a second. Love is supposed to be free and patient. Love is not codependency. Love is not toxic or obsessive. Love gives you the space, and you know that you can still come back to it at any time. Love feels like a warm hug, or a good meal, or a relaxing trip. And it doesn't require much, just for you to be in this space. And love is freedom. That means you don't have to hold on to it for it to be in your life. It just is. And that's really scary, to know that the authentic love you're looking for in romance and business and partners and family doesn't require you to hold on so tightly, to be so enmeshed or entangled in things. To just simply be able to be in this moment. To no longer have to work so hard. And sometimes that requires some patience as you remove. So I'm going to start to take this energy out. As you remove people and situations and circumstances in your life that no longer serve you, there's going to be some time with just you, yourself, and you. You, yourself, and yours. And that is worth it. It's going to come with a lot of peace. Like literally, like straight up peace of mind. And that's okay. It's new. Don't measure it by what others think you should do, or what you think society wants you to do, or your perception of what you think others think you should do. Just live and model to yourself what this authentic love looks like with yourself first, okay? And show yourself that through the pain, you've learned something truly deep. That your soul has shifted and changed its vibrational frequency to something else in a different direction. So I'm just gonna work with the aura and just move the energy along. It's like nothing to see here. Come on. And I'm not gonna push you ourselves, of course. Can't laugh at your own jokes, baby. Sweetness, just relax into yourself. Relax. Breathing into this space. Breathing into this life that you're building for yourself. Breathing into this new freedom. Let me tell you something. When you have stopped spending all your time worried about other people's stuff, you then have your own freedom to do whatever you want to. Them dreams you've had, now you got the space to do it because you're minding your own business. Trying something new. Just kind of doing the wild card thing and just being like, whatever. It's whatever. I'm for whatever. Now you have that time. If you're just looking for a personal time for yourself, now you have that time. You better be grateful that the love, pain of being able to let things go has happened. So now you on the other side. That's a wonderful place to be. It's the better place to be. And the reality that you can never go back to who you were, and you shouldn't. It's much more fun over here. But just like when you look back at your life a couple years ago, decades ago, you're a very different person. This has been that shift within you that allows you to be a new person, okay? So breathing through this energy, breathing through this moment, breathing through all of this, and letting it go, and letting yourself grow. I want you to take a moment to realign and reconnect with yourself. I want you to take a moment to make yourself uncomfortable for your own progress and your own healing, rather than your stagnancy. One of them words is right. Allow yourself to just let go and surrender. And I think that's the scariest thing of all. When you truly surrender to the universe and you're just like, whatever you got, I'm gonna go for it. I'm for it. And the universe brings you all kinds of lessons and messages. But most importantly, the universe gives you freedom, and freedom feels different. Sometimes it's happiness, sometimes it's pain, sometimes it's joy, sometimes it's boredom. Freedom is different. But enjoy the miracle of just being alive, and take it one day at a time, okay? If you get anything from what I just spent this whole time talking about, just take it one day at a time, okay? Well, sweetness, you did a fantastic job, and I really enjoyed this time we spent together. Let go of anything that no longer serves you and embrace who you are becoming. This is the new you. You've been spending these past couple of years to get here, and now you're at day one, and you're building some stuff up. So I can't wait to see it. Feel free to use the comment section to share anything that came up for you during the session, or if you want to share what you're building. Also, share the video with those that you feel like it can help. If you need more support and community, join the Patreon community, where we have energy healing circles and all kinds of other stuff that goes on. If you would like to become an energy healing practitioner, join the certification program. If you just want to feel better, go to the journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out to us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So, working through this energy here. And as you inhale and exhale, let go of something else. Let go of something else. Just let go of it. Let go, let go, let go. Let go of something else. Let go of something else. Let go of something else. Good job. Good job. Good job. Remove. Release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So let's just focus the energy here. Focus on balancing out, letting go, removing anything that no longer serves you. So say goodbye to that which no longer serves you, that which needs to be released onto its next evolutionary path so you can live your best and brightest life. Best and brightest life. Best and brightest life. Best and brightest life. Good job. Good job, sweetness. Good job. Good job. So let's just pull this out, pull this out, pull this out. Remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. And let it go. Just let it go. Just open your hands, open your heart, and let it go. It's time to let that go. It's time to let that worry, that stress go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And embrace this next chapter of growth within you. Let it go. Release it. Release it. Release it. Release it. Let it go. Let's just wash that out. Wash that out. Wash that out. Wash that out. Wash it out. Cleanse it. Remove it. Release it. Allow it to be. Remove it. Release it. Cleanse it. Allow it to be. Remove it. Release it. Cleanse it. Allow it to be. Remove it. Release it. Cleanse it. And allow it to be. Let's move this out. Move this out. Move this out. Move this out. Move it out. And let it go. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. Let that go. And let it grow, sweetness. Let it grow into its next chapter, its next movement, its next everything. Let it because the body just wants to cleanse itself. It just wants to let go of that which no longer serves it and embrace that which does. To let go of that which holds so much more potential, so much more interest, so much more love than that which does not. That gives the highest blessing of who you are and all the lessons that you have lived. All of that, all of that, all of that, all of that. All of that, all of that, all of that, all of that. All of that, all of that, all of that. All of that, all of that. To release, to remove it, to let it go, to let it flow in the direction it needs to flow in, to let it move in the direction that it needs to move in, to let it breathe in the direction that it needs to breathe in. Let it be. Let it be. So let's just work around the energy here. Work around this. Work around, work around, work around. Work around, work around. Work around, work around. Work around this beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Just going here, going here, going here, going, going, going. Relax. And inhaling and exhaling. Moving through. Shifting this energy in the direction that you need to grow. And letting go of what doesn't serve you. You know there's better for you around the corner. And it's hard to know that when you're in the trenches of the moment. But there is better. So let's just get to that path. Let's get to that path of where you should be. Let's get to the path of what brings you actual happiness and smiles and good energy. Let's get you to the path of determination, of patience, of you're dealing with a person outside of you, you don't want to do things for someone who's constantly complaining. So be very aware of yourself every time that you do not think you are attractive enough, smart enough, wealthy enough, savvy enough, healthy enough, all of these different things that show up. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Work from the position of I am enough. I am this enough, even if you don't believe it. I am enough. I'm enough. I'm enough. And look at things from the bigger picture. I rarely talk about like attractiveness and looks, because at the end of the day, it really is up to the person. You know, what you find attractive in yourself and another person is going to be different than somebody else. There's not this standard of beauty. I will say though, there is this kind of energy that, like, no matter what the person looks like, if they got that energy, you start thinking like, okay, you know, okay. But besides that, you want to live your life with that kind of energy and use that energy towards anything that you're doing in life, because all of those who came before you, who you feel like did a fantastic job at a certain point, they had no clue what they were doing and they just made it work. Some of them kind of like really scared and they just were consistent, but the people who found the most balance were those who found a way to just enjoy the journey as they were on the journey. And that's hard. That's really hard to do, to believe 100% in what you want, but also be able to navigate the obstacles as they come. And to share that along your journey, not to be afraid of growing in front of others, in front of yourself. You know, a lot of times we're afraid of our own power. So don't be afraid of your power. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, see what other people see. See the energy that is really there. Because 9 times out of 10, what you could look at and think of like, and someone else is looking like, dang, how are they doing that? How are you doing that? You're amazing. You gotta act like it, okay? So just shifting this out. And how are you? You all know it is non-stop November, baby. You know. That's why we had to start with growth and learning how to do it fun. Don't burn yourself out. That's not important. It's not about a hustle culture. What it's about is really connecting with that vibrational energy that is best for you and riding that wave. And you know what it feels like? It feels like peace, balance, choices. It doesn't feel like fear. It doesn't feel like desperation. And switching yourself off from that fear, desperation, I gotta do this because I'm afraid this and that happen. Turning that off and turning on the, oh, universe has for you, that more importantly you have for yourself, or whatever your connection is, or how you want to say it. But it is just this unconditional love you have for yourself. Better than, romantic, better than your parents' love for you. It is the highest form of love that you can have. And it will feed your soul, feed your energy, and you are in full control of it. So don't worry about needing the love outside of you where you're not in control. That'll come. Don't even worry about that, But giving yourself unconditional love, the strongest form of love there is, unconditional self-love. That is something that'll just make you feel whole and balanced, encouraged during difficult times, motivated during good times. Sink deeper and deeper into that feeling with yourself. As you go deeper, just saying more and more, just telling yourself, I love you. There's nothing I won't do for you. I'm so proud of you. These are the things you should be saying to yourself. How does it feel when you say those things to yourself? How does your energy shift? I'm here for you. I'll protect you. There's nothing that I will let hurt you. I'm here for you whenever you need me. I'm not going anywhere. I dedicate my whole life to you. These are the things you gotta say for yourself. Don't look for it in another person. Look for it in yourself. And breathe in that energy of unlimited abundance, unlimited vibrational power, guidance, and wisdom towards whatever you want to do. You are your biggest cheerleader. Within you, you find the greatest strength and peace and balance, and that's powerful. Just take a moment and be aware of your power. Do you often see how impactful you truly are? Do you often see how the things you've done have changed people's lives? That people care about you because of all that you do? Do you see how no bit of air was wasted on you being alive? That the dreams that are in your heart that swell so big are important to shift the world? Can you see that as you go on this journey towards your dreams, you help others with their own? Can you accept the fact that you are powerful beyond measure and that there is energetically nothing in your way for you to get whatever you want or to be wherever you need to be, or to have that unconditional love? Breathing through it, exhaling, release, relax, adding this beautiful nurturing water energy into your soul, into the chakra system, and allow those seeds, some you've been working on, some that have been lying dormant, to start to be nourished. Watch them grow. Watch them expand. Watch them move in the way that they need to be moved, and relax. And feeling that within you, seeing your true power, true wisdom, true clarity, and true patience, and you speak with passion towards the healing of that, to bring that together. You won't just allow things to happen just because they're happening. You're like, nah, if I gotta be the one to say something, I'm gonna say something. That's what that energy is. That's that talk, that talk. So breathing through this. Good job. Good job. So I'm just gonna do some combing of the aura and relax into that. And just be patient. You know, shout out to all the weirdos, because this is going to be the best time for you. You're really gonna shine. I personally enjoy a weirdo. If you actually seen who my friends are, they are all so drastically different. And it's because I just love when people are unique and they're themselves. I love it when people are different than me, but yet we still have some type of core value that's the same. I love all that. You know, I never get bored. And I grew up not really feeling like I fit in, and I don't mean that in like I don't feel like I fit in with a crowd. No, not that at all. I just feel like I didn't fit in with society as a whole. I've always been this mystical. I've always been this esoteric. I've always, had these large conversations, but then at the same time, I'm also strangely practical. Like, there's nothing out there that I don't believe I can achieve, and I watch people kind of do things to impress other people more than chasing their dreams. I'm like, that's weird. So I never really felt like I fit in. So I really enjoy when I see a weirdo here or there, because I'm like, I love that. I love that for you. That's cute. I don't know, it just makes me smile. Makes me feel like, be yourself, there's no cookie cutter way of living life. Just be yourself, whatever that looks like, whatever that feels like, whatever that is, just be yourself, be unique, go after whatever it is you want to go after. Why not? This is really the time to talk about it, because you can take your pain and turn it into your purpose. You can take your pain and, work on it and heal it and wash it and turn it into your path. There's so many things that you can do during this time and at this time in order to take yourself in a vibrational direction that you want to go in, okay? Oh, I'm already feeling the energy. I'm going to get some cinnamon to do some cleansing. The herb of choice in this channel is cinnamon, because I always want to offer you more options than sage and palo santo. What I want you to do, if you'd like to do more in the herb work, just literally go to your kitchen cabinet and start pulling out herbs and see what's in there. There's so many things. Start to look them up. There's so many things that we use in the kitchen that can be used towards cleansing, towards healing, towards balance. That's right there. You don't have to buy it from some trademark spiritual shop. You can literally get it from your kitchen cabinet. So we love our cinnamon. And let's just go in with this. Okay. Cinnamon. So y'all can stop thinking it's a blunt. It's not. It's cinnamon. Cinnamon, cinnamon, cinnamon. Okay. Follow this. Just breathing in and out. Relaxing into your power, into your greatness. Look at you, living life and prospering and doing what you do. Being awesome. Awesome sauce. And that is exactly how I talk to my friends. I would say one of my greatest gifts that I was ever given is the ability to talk about very deep conversations in a very lighthearted way. And a part of the reason why I'm so lighthearted now is because I spent many years being ridiculously deep, to the point where I was just like, I don't like this vibrational state. I don't believe this is me, you know. I realized as I was going through the experience, that's where I was. But ultimately, like, I'm like, nah, I'm ready to move on from this. I'm not trying to sit around and just be like, it just felt too heavy after a while. I was like, hey. But the lightness came when I accepted myself fully. When all those things that I felt like were too heavy to share, that I started to share them. A part of this community is me seeing one of those things that I enjoy talking about, vibrational energy, and being able to really shift yourself internally. You know, it's going really well. So since it's going so well, I'm just like, what am I gonna complain about? I literally have nothing to complain about at the moment. I rarely have things to complain about, but I mean, just blessings, you know, lessons on top of blessings and lessons on top of lessons. You know, even when I feel like, oh man, I'm just going through it right now, I don't ever really feel like it's something that I'm not grateful for. I feel like it's like whatever the thing I am going through, I'm just like, well, now I gotta deal with this shit. Let me hurry up and deal with this. I don't know, that's my mentality towards a lot of things. So cleansing the space. And the cleanse represents letting go. That's why I said do the research on the different herbs and what you were looking to accomplish. You can actually forage too, you know, going in near like local forest, or if you have like, you know, a lot of trees and stuff, collecting certain plants and then literally tying them together and making your own cleanse is something that you can do too. It's so funny, people get so caught up feeling like they can only use 2 plants. We're not even going to get into the cultural appropriation aspect of that, but they feel like that they can only use 2 plants, not realizing that they have so much more. They can be much more specific in what it is that they want to do if they just branch out. That's what I mean about life. There's no right way of doing things, you know. There's not one way to go about life. There's not one way of success. You know, there's as many versions of success as there is of people, and that's cool. So grateful for that, because people often look at me and like, well, that's different. What you do? I say, yeah, it's fucking cool. That's what you wanted to say. So breathe through it and relax. And as you know, I'm a fun healer. So I'm paid in smiles, and my goal at the end of the day is always to make you laugh, because laughing is one of the quickest ways to change your vibrational state. And because I think I am a lot funnier than what I actually am, at best I'm corny. Thanks for smiling occasionally, but I know that I'm like a corn dog, you know, I know it. Am I gonna change? No. Would I want to? No. Breathing in and out. Exhale. Now I want you to think about something about you that's kind of like unique, something that other people might have been like, ew, or like, or something, or even if no one did that, but you thought you were too nervous to share it with other people. Give me that quality. So let's pull that out of you, okay? And as we pull it out of you, let's start to think about why it like makes you really special and brings a lot of beauty and uniqueness to you, because this is your thing. This has nothing to do with other people. So it kind of paints this beautiful color we've never seen before on your canvas of life. So breathing in and out there, relaxing into that, breathing through that experience, younger self, your past self right now, and you're able to create an impact in the future by doing what you need to do now in this moment. And so with Chiron and Aries, it is all about healing quickly. Chiron and Aries energy is like, like a rapid pain. Like you'll get a bunch of little kind of painful things, but when you're ready to heal, you heal like that. You're like, I'm out, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So this Chiron in Aries in retrograde is saying this is the moment where you really need to go in and be healing as rapidly as possible. And that means you have that burst of energy to be able to do it, that you have that a spark, that fire, that flame. So following that, now things can get broken all the time. It's okay. Sometimes it's self-confidence, sometimes it's a broken heart. That could be love, that could be life. When people depart, both in the physical and in not, and that can be a tough thing to get over. It can also be when you sit and you reflect on your life, and maybe you had wanted to be in a different place, or you thought that once you got to a certain place it was going to feel different. There's numerous things we could go through every house in our chart and sit and reflect on it. But the most important thing to do is really be sweet to yourself in your pain. Give to you what you give to others, even if it feels uncomfortable. So like I can say from my first-hand experience, my Chiron is in Cancer. My Mercury is also in Cancer too. So I'm very nurturing, very motherly, very sweet. And that's just how I am. That's kind of just my personality. But I've lived a life where I didn't have that at all. I've had people who were nice and sweet, but the most of my life has been not receiving that. And it feels uncomfortable at times to always be nurturing and not really receiving that back. Until one day I realized, sweetheart, just give it to yourself. This whole time I'm trying to make up, and just pour myself into other people, when all I had to do was turn around and give myself a hug. But I think it's different when someone is outside of you. You don't have to be feeling their feelings in that moment, and you could just be helpful. Whereas when you're the one who's feeling the moment, feeling the energy, and you gotta do something. But sometimes I just go and give myself a pat on the back and say, baby girl, it's gonna be okay. It is going to be okay. That's fine. You don't want to do shit today, don't do shit today. Y'all saw I wasn't posting no videos. I was like, I'm not doing anything. And my inner Chiron was like, baby, you don't have to do shit. So that energy that is going and flowing within us. So also keep in mind, whatever your Chiron is in, that explains a lot of the relationship that you're having in this moment. If your Chiron is in a slower sign, like something like Virgo, or a more of an earthly sign that takes a little bit more of like, hey, I want to understand what's going on before I take a movement, then that might make it a little bit difficult to just jump up and start to heal. But once you get there, once you figure out how to merge these two energies together, it'll feel very different. Okay, it'll feel very, very different. So for example, if you had Chiron and Libra, so the Libra is the astrological opposite of Aries, then it would be like having to work inside out. So try to do the opposite of what is natural, because this is the moment that's flowing. If you have it in Leo, or you have it in Sagittarius, you do have that train energy there, in which it's like, okay, you get it, you're just gonna do it your way and it'll work out. And then just different energy that goes and flows with the relationship of these things. But I just want to take some time to clear away maybe some stuff. Just let it go. I think we all thought once you get over 2020, everything was smooth sailing. And then 2020 actually uncovered so many an area where we have to pour extra into it. And even though our gift in that same area is we're able to give to others tremendously, we have to circle back around and give to ourselves. We have to pour on ourselves. We have to be nurturing and loving to ourselves. And it's not narcissistic. It's not selfish. It's just, if you don't do it for yourself, you're going to look for someone else to do it for you. And that is never a road you want to go down. Something that I have just started doing was listening to my own videos. Because when I usually listen, I'm just paying attention for like editing and like, ideas. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on. But I started to make it a part of my self-care practice. And after I did it, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. I'll come back to this. It's funny. The words come out of my mouth, but when I hear it, like older videos, I was like, wow, that's very interesting. Like, I didn't say this shit. Yes, I said it. But sometimes we just need to pour onto ourselves. I don't know if you can hear the pouring right now, but it's actually raining outside. So maybe that's a representation of a clearing and a cleansing away of past things. And a level of 100% transparency. I've always struggled in my life with nurturing others and not being able to get that back. And life has always given me so many opportunities to just love on myself and love myself so much. And it was almost funny, like I was attracted to the energy that was tough because it's all I've known. Whereas instead of the energy which I naturally give out, just receiving that and taking that in. And so, the universe will hit you a couple times till you fucking figure it out. And I finally figured it out. So that was a part of that journey of sharing in the sessions with you all. Like when I'm here for the live sessions and I'm in the live chat during the premieres, I'm mostly just curious to see what you all are up to. That's pretty much it. But taking this Chiron energy, you're going to be okay. It's going to work out. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Feelings happen. They come and they go. They gonna come in and come out. But what is happening deep within you is priceless. It's powerful and available to you whenever you need it. Turn around and give yourself the energy that you give to others. One thing I like to do is I like to do mirror work. So I get in front of the mirror and I tell myself, I love you, I love you. There's nothing I won't do for you. I appreciate you. I'm so grateful for you. And believe me, you want to break yourself down. Get your ass in front of a mirror and say these things to yourself. Say all the things you wish someone else would say. Say all the things that you felt like you wish you had heard years before, and say it to yourself now. And support yourself now. That energy of being able to just fill yourself up and fill up your confidence, fill up your purpose, fill up all of these things is really what Chiron is trying to teach us, that there should be no reason, no matter if it's uncomfortable or not, that you stop loving yourself, fighting for your dreams and goals, staying consistent with yourself. There's no reason. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. There's no reason. We all fall off the trail sometimes, don't get me wrong, but once you figure out how to get back up, sweetheart, get back up. It's okay. on your lineage, your traditions, your spiritual path. You could feel a connectedness to your energetic helpers, which could be archangels, could be depending on what it is that you connect to. It could be gods and goddesses. It could be the Orisha. It could be, ancestors, lineage. It just depends. All of this energy is all pretty much just the same shit, just in different names. But I think that it's everyone's path to be allowed to define what that energy and that name is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is to you, whatever you want to call it, you should be able to call it. And it'd be okay. Because it's more important that you feel this deep connection to something greater than yourself, greater than this life, than to feel so limited and defined by said things. So, smoothing through this Chiron energy, just sending it through the body, sending it up and down, moving it all around, leaving you with peace, understanding, and clarity. Well, family, you have done a fantastic job. I really enjoyed our time together. We are nearing our 500th video. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this time with you. I feel like I've grown of a planet to analyze and to understand and to work with that energy. Of course, we're going to be doing some third eye stuff because it makes the most sense. But whatever intuitively you feel drawn to in the moment to balance and clear, you always want to go with what feels right to you first. That's number one. Also, Neptune hasn't made a lot of movement. Neptune has been in Pisces from 2011 and it's going to be there till 2026. So it's very consistent in the energy that it's flowing, but there's always more. So we're going to do some clearing, some cleansing, some balancing. But before we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing journeys and to bring us together in community to coexist. What you believe in is your business. What I believe in is my business. But together we can still, bring our energy together for this collective space. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, I almost wore my because consent matters shirt. Okay, you ready? Take a deep breath. Exhale. Couple more. Okay, you ready? Got it. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what needs to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journeys encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, 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 and so it shall be. Okay, so just right here on the third eye, just taking movement here as a way to open, to release, to relax, to remove. Okay. Just enjoying the moment with you, which is sweet self. So let's go ahead and just pull that out. And sometimes when there is information we want to know, we don't really understand, very unconscious, it's hard to know what piece of information to get. That's everything that has to do with Neptune and Pisces. So let's jump into it, yeah. Okay, so as I'm doing this, I'm going to explain to you Neptune. Neptune as a planet. Prior to high-powered telescopes, people back in the day could only see up to Saturn. So all of the signs were given, all the signs in Hellenistic astrology, so Greek and Roman, Aries, all the way to Pisces, assigned 2 signs to a planet minus a Cancer and Leo, okay? And then they discovered Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto when they had high-powered telescopes, and those were reassigned. So, before Neptune, Pisces actually was ruled by Jupiter. That's why this Jupiter in Pisces right now feels so calm, I'm not gonna use the word calm. It's an easy fit for Jupiter energy. Pisces was reassigned to Neptune. And Neptune is everything that has to do with illusion, direct, delusion, retrograde, underneath the veil, belief, psychic ability. It's not religion. Religion can be seen more in Sagittarius, which would be more of the philosophy, the coming up with the new thought, the higher understanding. The Pisces is more about pure faith, your energetic connection to God, the universe, or whatever it is you believe in. That's more of what that is talking about right there. And so Neptune representing all those things, Pisces takes on the same qualities or the characteristics because it's ruled by Neptune. So Neptune and Pisces is an easy fit. It's like the same thing as Mars and Aries, easy fit. The Moon in Cancer, easy fit. Saturn in Capricorn, easy fit, because these are ruled by these planets. Okay. So, particularly with Neptune in retrograde, there is a difference. As I just stated before, Neptune direct is illusion. Neptune in retrograde is delusion. Okay, I know it might be a little bit confusing, but let me actually break that for you. The Pisces is the dreamer. Piscean energy is you have to believe it before you see it, and fundamentally that is how the universe works. There's energy that flows subtly before anything else comes up, and some people naturally, no matter what signs they have in their chart, they're naturally good at it. Some have to be a little bit more conscious of what they're doing in order to connect, but at the core, Piscean energy is that of the universe, but it is also unconscious. It is not at the top, the data, the information. It is the subtle energies that can never really be isolated or understood by bringing it to the surface, really. So it's you learn how to use the energy that you don't necessarily know the information. You still got to get shit done. And Piscean energy is okay with that. It doesn't need to, flush it out, make it, it can allow it to be raw. But if you're trying to understand what the fuck is really happening, that's not how this energy works. It's more of, how can I surrender to the universe? How can I trust in God, universe, source, whatever you believe in, and go forth in the journey? How can I use this energy that's around me? It doesn't matter what it is. It really doesn't. It more matters that you're interacting and using the energy for your highest vibrational good. And so even describing Neptune and Pisces, it almost feels like it's ambiguous. It feels like it's very loose. It's not really concrete, because that's essentially what it is. It's all that energy. So let me see the important dates. So the important dates that we have for the transit are Neptune and Pisces transit has happened from 2011 to 2006, 2026, say, I believe that I have the right people in my life that are the great type of friends for me, and I'm open and receptive to that. So when the energy shows up in your life, it's almost like a big just alarm, basically saying like, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Okay? And it is in that energy that you have to be as mindful as possible to make decisions for your highest self. And a part of that work is being able to separate what you're feeling in the moment from actual reality and what you need to do. Because so many of us get caught on believing our feelings are reality when there is, life going on, and then we feel all kinds of ways, which is completely okay and completely normal. What I like to do and exercise for myself is I like to just invite the feelings in. Like, if I'm feeling like a little off that day, I'll be like, okay, well, come on, get comfortable, because we still getting shit done. And that's just how it is. Same thing with anxiety. If I feel anxious, I'll be like, well, get comfortable, because I'm still putting one foot in front of the other. And so working with underneath the veil is that kind of energy. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fully understood or resolved. It just has to be, you're going forth, and honestly, in the moment, you'll actually realize that this energy is pulling you in a direction for your highest vibrational good. And with it being in retrograde during this time, it means you need to be self-healing, self-care, unplugging, being in yourself, and those that you feel like are very nurturing. It can be deep-seated traumas that we're just unaware of. It could be karmic even, and so that's why it's not really important to kind of come up and flush out every idea. It's more important to make peace with your soul as it is, because if we feel like we have to resolve everything we've gone through in life, we gonna run out of time in life, okay? But it's more about just being like, I accept you as you are, baby, and it is what it is, okay? So breathe in through here and move it out the way. Okay, bringing it down, bringing it down, bringing it down, and cleansing still through the crown and the third eye and all the way down. Side note, we are approaching our 500th video. Thanks for being here, y'all. Love you, love you, love you. Back into it. That's so crazy. I can't believe we've spent 500 times together. We family now. We road dogs. Okay. So, pull that in. Okay. And just release and let go. Just let it go. Let it all go. Whatever feeling comes up, accept it. Just say, I love you. I appreciate you. Get comfortable. It's gonna be okay. I don't judge you. Yeah, say all these things. Just tell yourself, I'm here. It's gonna be okay. And you're worth the time it takes to be in this moment. Sometimes you just gotta give yourself a hug. Just give yourself a nice little hug here. And then begin to ask yourself all of these questions, especially with this information that you may not know. What should I do next? How should I go about this? How should I go about that? This is the moment to do so. Okay. As you are going on your journey, this is the moment to connect in with yourself. This is the moment to make peace with the journey. This is the moment to make peace with yourself. That no matter what you've been through, no matter where you've gone or where you're going, that you are infinitely beautiful, infinitely worthy, infinitely amazing, and that your life is one that deserves to be showcased or shared or seen as a beautiful journey of colors. Let's say it like that. Beautiful journey of colors or sounds or smells or feelings or whatever of energy. That is what is within you. So all these feelings that you may be feeling or that have been coming up, and that has a relationship to Neptune being in Pisces. It's called an aspect in astrology. So they have a relationship together. So let's see, I was gonna say a Neptune in Leo versus what it's transiting now, Neptune in Pisces. You would have to have a Leo who's very introspective. More than likely, it's more of if you have easy conversation with someone. So think of someone you've had very easy conversation with. This might be a time where the conversation is a little bit tougher. So don't put it on them or put it on you. It's just a different way of communication. After it's passed, it'll go back to being normal. So don't say or do anything you'll regret. And also remember, this is an internal focus. We're balancing. We're balancing inside. We don't care what it looks like on the outside. So now let's go ahead and get ready for bed. I am ready to go to sleep. And so let's get you ready to go to sleep as well too. So just going to remove anything that may have been coming up for you during the day and taking up too much space in your aura field, removing any of that baggage. Okay. And moving that. Also, tonight after, via Patreon, there will be a tarot reading class that will be happening. So if you'd like to participate in that, you can do so with the link in the description box to join the Patreon. And it starts at 8 p.m. EST. Okay. So let's just move that out the way. And it's super inexpensive. It's only $3.33 a month. And we do all kinds of fun stuff in there. And so I thought that this would be a really cute way to look at tarot, oracle, and things like that. So let's just continue to move through this excess energy that's showing up. I don't know about you all, but for me, when I go to sleep, I try to have some chapstick. I don't have any chapstick. So lip gloss is. It's like, where's my chapstick at? Okay, go back to this. Just breathing in and out, letting go of any emotional, mental, energetic, spiritual, whatever baggage, past baggage, and we're gonna remove it and let it go. Releasing it onto its next vibrational path to go on and do whatever the fuck it needs to do, but not mess with you. So let's move that through and take space here for you. So just going to go around your energy here and pay attention to how you feel and what comes up for you, because there'll be certain areas or certain themes that you'll really take notice to, and you should definitely pay attention to that as a place of reflection, contemplation, understanding, and peace. Okay. Let's move that on through and shift. And let me go ahead and apologize to all the Libras. I'm so sorry that Mercury in retrograde is in your season, because out of all the signs, babies, you know y'all are the easiest to get along with to a fault sometimes. And this is the one time where everything is discombobulated. All your Libra friends are angry. So that must mean all your Aries friends are nice. Astrology joke, sorry. I'm gonna keep moving through this and shifting the energy. any, trying to be something you're not, okay? Just whomever you are in this moment, just be that. And you don't have to do anything else except just show up as yourself. So I'm going to just start to shift some of this energy out, and I'm just going to be a little bit more aggressive with it by just moving it on out. And just inhaling and exhaling here. No judgment, just full body acceptance and patience for yourself along your journey. I'm just gonna move that, just going here and there. I will say, what a sweet, sweet energy that you have. And I hope that it's easy for you to go to sleep tonight, and that you don't have any trouble closing your eyes and relaxing. At the end of the session, I'm always talking about, wash your hands and not touching your face. But I will also say, your nighttime routine is important. Like, you should wash your face, with your cleansers and moisturizers and treatment of choice, as well as you should moisturize your lips. I usually use chapstick. I feel like lip gloss. I'm going to the club in a bed. Club mattress, DJ pillow. Sorry. Relaxing. For me, I like to just have a nice little pineapple for my hair. Throw the lashes off. And just rest, wake up fresh-faced to face the world as your beautiful selves, as your beautiful, 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 beautiful selves. Making sure you always have patience for yourself. You always have the sweetest of dreams, and relaxing in this moment of who you are without any doubts. Your inner peace, inner balance, safety, and relaxation is of the top priority for your sessions. So make sure that you have that for yourself. Let's move through this energy still. Just being patient and being sweet and being balanced. Now just working through that, and I'm just going to move the energy down the chakra. Just relax and release it. Just balancing you on your journey here. Releasing any baggage that might be previous karma that we just gotta let go. And I want to just have a conversation with you very quickly about toxic loyalty. Toxic loyalty is something that you see come up most often in families, where you hold on to a certain set of dynamics simply because that's how it's always been. I will say that you can see it in love too. It's like that one's a little bit tougher because you're like, everybody's stupid in love. What you won't do, you'll do for love. So it's there too, and you can see it as well in your friendships. So I want you to be very mindful during this time, especially during this period of time, to pay attention to your toxic loyalties, because that's what's going to come into the forefront for you to address, to release, and to let it go. So what I'm specifically speaking of is, if there's any time that you are enabling people, or people are enabling you, or there's just a dynamic that doesn't feel right, but you've always kind of just dealt with it, this is a time where it's coming up to come out, to be released. So if you're experiencing it more in your life right now, it's not because you're somehow worse or, something like crazy as happens. It's just the ebb and flow of the universe, how things work. They come up, right? You see your dirty laundry, it starts to pile up when you had one pair of drawers. Or like a dirty shirt, you didn't really notice it. But when all your clothes is dirty, you start to notice just remove it out of your energy field and reduce and release and relax that energy. Reduce and release and relax that energy. Reduce, release, and relax that energy. I'm going to focus on you. Just bringing balance into your energy here. I'm rubbing my hands to create this friction and this force of power in order to better initiate that healing response within you. So just smoothing through the different chakras here, smoothing through your energy, being light to the touch, being very patient, and just working with this energy. You all tell me you like this too. This doesn't really do anything, but I mean you like it, so I'll just do it. Little face massage. So just moving that around and that energy through and relaxing. And if you're interested in becoming a Reiki practitioner, I do have courses that are open certification programs, and you can use the link in the description. Just move this through. Okay. Got it. Got it. Just moving any just extra baggage. I mean, we all have it from time to time. It's completely okay. You know, it's like you just gotta wash your hands in the day to wash off the stuff. It's the same thing with your energy. You want to just wash off the stuff, you know? And let's not confuse it with anything else. Oh gosh, my life is so horrible. Oh gosh, I got so many problems. Things will feel dissonant, which is completely okay, but you do not have to lose your internal balance. You just don't. You don't. Now, I have a lot of like self-time, so I don't have to go back and forth with other people's energy, but I can definitely sympathize with those who are constantly surrounded by people, and you're not just taking on your stuff, but you're taking on other people's stuff too. Completely and totally understand. This might be a tougher challenge, but one worth facing, because you can do it. You can get to the other side of this. Just keep the inside peaceful and balanced. And just do that by taking your time, releasing any judgment that you may have about what you have experienced or what you are experiencing, and releasing that and just letting that be. So bringing this further down to sleep and just resting you in this space. So are you like, life is easy like that? No need to make it hard sweetness. So when you are filled with emotions, especially when they're flowing in, it's like every fucking thing, you know, like something makes you happy, something irritates you, something makes you sad, something pisses you off, something just gives you this pure sense of joy and peace and relaxation. All of that stuff, you know, And sometimes it's just nice to flow and be free flowing. So just take this moment, and any emotions that are coming up, any emotions that have come over you during the day, allow them to be converted into something for the highest vibrational good, something that will take this moment and make it beautiful, make it ever flowing, make it peaceful, make it fun. So I'm going to start to remove and expose that energy in which you can safely just take it off your chest, okay? We're going to take that energy safely off of your chest. And instead, I want you to convert it into something. So this is Go Get It July. So this is about the time that you would take that energy and convert it into those goals that you had set. If you need extra support, you can join the Patreon community because we're doing some extra stuff on there for Go Get It July. For this community, this is the time you take this energy and use it for fuel as your goal. Life hack. And, you know, there has to be a bit of compassion and a bit of understanding and a bit of just like forgiveness, because instead of thinking that drive and motivation and discipline comes in one way, which is with a smile on your face and, you know, everything works out, understand that any opportunity that life presents you can be an opportunity to fuel your dreams and your goals, and that whatever the blessing is that comes into your life, take it and just convert it into whatever it is that you need to. I'm being vague and saying convert it to whatever you need to, because it really is up to you. You have to use your creativity. You have to decide what it flows into. It's going to be different for every person, and that's how it should be. It should very much so be very different for each person, because we are all different, all unique, and we're changing too. So if it started off one way, that is completely okay, and then it flows into another thing, also completely okay, baby. Just give yourself compassion. I mean, come on now. Like, I think that's really the biggest issue of what happens when, you know, emotions overtake us. It's just not giving ourselves enough compassion to say, it's okay that this was heavy. It's okay if I want to, you know, take a couple steps back. It's okay if I want to X, Y, and Z. That's okay. It is 100% okay. It's okay for you to take your time, for you to not be able to clearly state or understand what's going on, but for you to take care of you and still have fun. That's the most important part. That's when you take your goals to the next level, because taking your goals to the first level is discipline and motivation and understanding that mentality. Taking your goals to the next level is fun, because everything is energetic. If you can take what you want and find a way to have fun with it, find a way to make peace with it, find a way that no matter what comes in as you're on the path, you're going for it, you're going for it, you're going for it. That is when the energy is amplified, because when it's just motivation and discipline and you're just it's very restrictive, and those are important lessons to learn because they teach us a lot. But it's not the only lesson to learn. The next lesson to learn is, how do you get there sweetly? How do you take a difficult situation and, you know, turn it into gold, turn it into laughter, turn it into fun? And that in no way is dismissing problems or just pretending that they go away, but instead saying, this feels heavy, or this is a lot. I'm not going to react in the way that I've always reacted, or just because the pressure is heavy doesn't mean that I'm going to pick it up and put it on my back. I'm about to turn it into something else and use that energy as a force. It's very much so Piscean energies. Pisces will take the energy of whatever the moment is and ride on the wave of it. And so we have to take that from our Piscean friends to be able to ride on the waves of things, making the best moment of it. And when you look at it on the outside, the shit looks crazy. But when it comes to those subtle principles of the universe and energy, it works out. So we're just gonna ride these waves. It's gonna look a little different for everybody. That's okay, you know. It's gonna look a little different for everybody. So don't stress yourself out. You're sacred to you and honors you. And you have to honor the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, the energetic body. And how you do that is just be receptive to yourself. And baby, make your own rules. I was just ranting about that on Patreon, where it's just like, make your own rules. Who cares what someone else wants you to do it a certain way and wants you to process things in a certain way? Who cares? Do it your own way. Flow with the universe your own way. It's the only way that truly matters. And if you only have this one life to live, regardless if you believe that, the soul exists and you incarnate, this is the only time you are this particular experience. And so, if this is the only time, you better do it the way you want to do it. How long would you spend trying to live your life for everybody else but you? Get out there and do it. And I guarantee you that most people, when they look back at their life, probably regret the things they didn't do more than the things they did do. They have a little bit of understanding and a little bit of compassion for the things that they did do. Like, I can see where it came from. But it's the things that they didn't do that really eats them up. So baby, get out here in these streets and do what you need to do, okay? Do what you need to do. Don't wait for no permission. attractive than a person who is not afraid to be themselves? A person who shows up every day as they want to show up, regardless, you know? There's so many situations and scenarios in which we're all trying to look or fit a certain part in order to be accepted, more than anything in order to have access to something. But the more you can just be yourself, the more that becomes a game changer, the more that energy in the universe starts to flow with you, the more that you start to feel more abundant and you feel more blessed and you feel more magical, honestly, because you let down all of those barriers that you had built up over life by all those little things that make you feel like, and then you put it on yourself. When you free yourself from all that shit, it just becomes a different level of love and kindness and understanding and compassion to yourself. And one thing is, don't ever wait for someone to love you. Don't ever wait for someone to be understanding. Don't ever wait for someone to advocate for you. You love you. You understand you. You advocate for yourself first. You demonstrate to people how to treat you. So if you do not treat yourself like this, you will attract people into your life who do not know how to do it. And sometimes you gotta clear some stuff out and things just happen. So be grateful to God, the universe, source, whatever it is you believe in or don't believe in, you know, maybe you're in a moment and we just want to amplify, you know, the experience. I just want to amplify you as you're going on that journey. So I'm just going to take this and just rub it over your energy. And if you're new to the community and you're new to Reiki, like the video, share it with someone you feel like it can help, and just explain what's happening. Reiki is a style of energy healing. It started in Japan. It's actually a relatively new style of energy healing. So if you hear people say like Reiki is this ancient thing that's been around forever, energy healing is this ancient thing that has been around forever. Reiki actually has a date, you know, it was the beginning, you know, early like 1900s, late 1800s. That's really when it came to be. And Reiki is so new that it was very intentional. It spread to the West. That's why it doesn't have the same type of like cultural appropriation issues, because it in order for it to, you know, branch out and reach this area, it was really shaped via Hawaii. And Mrs. Takata, Reiki Master Takata, in order to kind of validate that here. So that's why you can actually go to places like you can go to Japan, you can go to places and they not even know what Reiki is. So that gives you a perspective that it's just one of many healing modalities. So, and it's much more popular in the West than other places, and that's okay. Sometimes people feel like they gotta be in something that is like so mystical and so esoteric. Baby, let me tell you something. It don't matter what the fuck you're doing, okay? If you connect with the energy, it's all about just finding the right way to connect with the energy. That's the only thing that matters. And you gotta try some stuff out first, and then you just stick with what it is you like. So I personally do Reiki in an ASMR fashion because I think it's really helpful. Some people want to go to sleep and some people just like that. I personally like to hear ASMR. And so that's why I do it like this. When it comes to distance session and not in-person session, to explain how it works is whenever I'm doing things with my hands or I'm utilizing crystals, I'm initiating a response within you. Even the words that I'm saying initiates a response within you. But it's up to you to be receptive and to do the work on the inside. And the only thing that you have to do is just be open and just be like, oh, okay. But a lot of people are so stuck on the external. Like they cannot understand that they create their power, that they hold their power, that they have unlimited power. They always are looking at it from the outside. So those are people who really can't wrap their mind around distance sessions because they're looking for something outside of them, you know, something that has to be tangible, has to be explainable. And baby, there's way too many religions out here to think that someone has figured out how to explain everything thoroughly. No, people are attracted to different things because it suits their needs in different ways, or they are raised in, things like that. Just also a little added information about my background. I talked about this the other day. I have a degree in religious studies. I've also studied as an energy healing practitioner. I am, very mystical. So that's what I really about doing whatever it is that you want to do and be able to look at reality and live in your own reality at the same time, okay? So this energy that you have going on, this receptive nature, this open heart, all of this stuff, it's a vibe, baby. It is a vibe, and I want you to just, smile at yourself and encourage yourself and give yourself a pat on the back, because you did that. You represent a lot. You represent every incarnation of yourself. If you believe that, it is not a requirement that you do or you don't. You represent the growth of you in your life. You represent any lineage, ancestor, connection, growth. You represent a light of many struggles in which you found peace, calm, and clarity. You represent all of those things. So smile with it, okay? Smile with every little single moment. Every little single moment. Every little single moment. Every little single self-care journey. And I think what makes it so interesting and empowering to me is that even though I am facilitating the space, you do the work. And it is much more fulfilling for me to know that you did the work and you did it than me thinking I'm ever in the place. You know what I'm saying? It's like different, like you know, the old saying, giving someone a fish versus teaching them how to fish, because I feel like the teaching aspect is really when someone takes that light you're sharing